Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my channel. Here, Mr. Adi. Today, I'm going to start the Pearson assignments. Basically, it's a new course of Pearson. So, if you want to get 100% grade in this assignment, you must follow this video step by step, and you will get 100% grade in this assignment. If you want me to do this assignment, I will do this just in 30 minutes and will give you A plus grade in this assignment. Even I will do your complete course like MATLAB, Excel, Access, Word, PowerPoint, Power BI, and Outlook also. And I will help you in your other courses also like all type of accounting and finance, mathematics, statistics, information technology, computer science, management, marketing, all type of writing work, MATLAB, Python, C++, Java, and other courses also. We are complete team. That's why we are providing help related to all online courses, and we have a guaranteed that we will provide A plus grade in your all classes. Let's start this assignment. The name of this chapter is Exp25 Excel Chapter 1 Cumulative Assessment Training. So basically in this assignment, almost 26 steps are given to perform this project. Let's move on step number 1. So step number 1 is start Excel, download and open the file exp225 Excel Chapter 1 Cumulative Assessment Training. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of the file. So basically in first step, it says that go into your course and download your instruction and answer file. I have already downloaded my instruction and answer file. So this is our answer file where we will perform all these steps on it. So step number 1 is done now. Step number 2. Step number 2 is your organization provides a discount to educator. However, the worksheet contain working that needs to be changed to education. So the main thing is from here we will highlight this. Use find and replace to find teacher and replace it with education. So basically in step number 2, we will find and replace the text. So we will copy this teacher text, this one text, go to answer sheet and just click here in this table. Then go to home tab and just in editing group, just click at find and replace and just click at find and we will paste this text here. You can write teacher and next is education. We will replace this with education and just click at replace and paste this text here. After this we will just click at replace all done. We made 3 replacement. After this we will just click at OK and close. So step number 2 is done. Now step number 3. Step number 3 is the worksheet contain spelling errors that need to be corrected. So basically in step number 3, check the spelling of the worksheet and correct the error. So basically step number 3, we will correct the spelling error. So go to answer sheet and just click at review tab. In proofing group, we will just click at spelling. After this, we will just click at change all. Do you want to continue checking at the beginning of the sheet? Yes. Okay. Yes. Again, change all and just click at spell check complete. You are good to go. Okay. So step number 3 is also done. Now step number 4. Step number 4 is you cancelled the charting basic worksheet because only one person registered for it. So we will highlight the main point. Delete the row containing the charting basic worksheet. So basically in step number 4 we will delete the row which containing the charting basic workshop. Okay. So first we will find this text charting basic. Yes, I think this one. Okay. Delete the row. Okay. So we will delete this row 8. Right click, select the row 8 and right click and just click at delete. Okay. So step number 4 is also done. Now step number 5. Step number 5 is the Excel analytic and forecasting training course field and you opened another course. So basically step number 5. So first we highlight the main point. Insert a new row between the big data foundation and data mining rows. So basically in step number 5, first we will insert the new row between the big data foundation and data mining row. So go to answer sheet and we'll just click here in row 7, right click and we will just click that insert. So I have inserted the new row between big data foundation and data mining row. So next is copy the row 5 and paste it on the empty row. So first we will copy the row 5, select the row 5 and control C, copy this row and then select the row 7 and control V, paste this row here. Okay, select this home and click that format pointer 2 times. Okay, so next is change the dates June 7 to 27 in the range C7 up to D7. So we will copy this date and we will change this date in C7 up to D7. Okay, Control V and next D7, Control V. Okay, so I have changed the date in C7 up to D7. So next is enter the 11 in cell G7. Okay, so we will enter the 11 in G7, 11 and press enter, and 10 in H7, press enter. Okay, so step number 5 is done. Now step number 6. Step number 6 is assigning a code to each workshop provides a reference number. You will use 06 to indicate the 6th month June and 001 for the first workshop. So basically in step number 6 we will highlight the main point of type 06/001 in cell A5. Use autofill to complete the range A6 up to A10. So basically first we will copy this text and we will paste this text in cell A5. You can write this text in cell A5. A5. Okay. Just click in formula bar and control V, paste this text here. Okay. Next is use autofill to complete the range A6 up to A10. So we will drag this up to A10. So step number 6 is done now. Step number 7. Step number 7 is instead of displaying dates such as 6/1/27, we want to display dates as 62/227. So this main thing we will highlight this. The main point, format the dates in the range C5 up to D10 with short date format or this one format from the type list. So basically in step number 7, we will change the date format in which one range C5 up to D10. So we will select the range D5 up to C5 up to D10, C5 up to D10, and we will change the date format. And we'll change the which one date format? Short date format. Okay. So go to home tab in number formatting. In number group, we'll just click that number format and we will apply the short date format. Okay. So step number 7 is also done. Now step number 8. Step number 8 is the worksheet contain columns for the start and end dates. It would be helpful to insert a column to display the number of days for each workshop. So the main point is from here. We will highlight this with color. Insert the column to the right of the end date column. Types hash of days in cell E4. So basically in step number 8, first we will insert the column to the right of the end date column. So go to answer sheet and just click in column E, select the column E and right click and we'll just click at insert. So I have inserted the new column to the right of the end date column. Next, we will copy this text and we will paste this text in cell E4. Select cell E4 and just click in formula bar and Control V, paste this text here, press enter. So step number 8 is done. Now step number 9. Step number 9 is row 3 contain hash of attendees and gross revenue main headings, centering these headings over their respective subheadings will help clarify the details. So we will highlight the first main point. Merge and center the cells H3 up and I3. Merge and center the range J3 up to L3. So basically in step number 9 we will merge the center I3 and I3. Okay. So first we will select the cell I3 and just click that merge and center. And margin center the cells I3 and I3, and then we will select the cell I3 and just click that margin center. So yeah, I3. Okay. Okay. And then margin center the range J3 up to L3. J3 up to L3 margin center. Okay. So step number 9 is completely done. Step number 10. Step number 10 is applying a cell style will improve the appearance of the heading on row 4. In addition, wrapping and centering the text in the heading cells will further improve the appearance of the worksheet. So basically in step number 10, we'll highlight the main point. For the range A4 up to L4, apply the good cell style, wrap text and center horizontally. So basically in step number 10, first we will select the range A4 up to L4. So first we will select the range A4 up to L4. A4 up to L4. After selecting the range, apply good cell style. So we will apply the good cell style, go to home tab and style group. We just click at cell style and we will apply the good cell style. And next we will wrap the text. Okay, so go to home tab and just in alignment group we will just click at wrap text. And next is center horizontally. So in alignment group we will just click at center. Okay, so step number 10 is also done. Now step number 11. Step number 11 is you are ready to calculate the number of days for the workshop. So basically, so first we will highlight the main point. In cell E5, enter a formula to calculate the number of days for the first workshop. Add 1 to the result to include the total number of days, including the start and end date. The result may display in date format. Copy the formula to the range E6 up to 8 and so basically in step number 11 we will enter a formula to calculate a number of days for the first workshop. So go to cell E5 is equal to bracket 1 to clear the number of add 1 to the result to include the number of days including the start date and ending date. Okay, add 1 to the okay. Result may display format is equal to 1. So add 1 to the result to include total number of days including start date. Okay. So raise this one. So is equal to ending date minus start date bracket close and plus 1. Okay, so just check, read this instruction again. Add 1 to the result to include the total number of days, include the start and end date. Okay, the result may display in date format. Okay, so after this is equal to D5 minus C5. Its mean end date minus start date plus 1 and press enter. Okay, the result may display in date format. It's already in date format. Okay, number, sorry, control Z. It's already in date format. Copy the formula to the range E6 up to E10. We'll drag this up to E10. So step number 11 is already done. Step number 11 is done. Now step number 12. Step number 12 is the number of days results show dates rather than values. Applying the number format will solve this issue. Apply number format with 0 decimal places and center the result horizontally in the range E5 up to E10. So basically in step number 12, we will apply the number format with 0 decimal places and center the result horizontally. And so basically step number 12, we will select the range E5 up to E10. E5 up to E10. So range is already selected. We will apply the number format with 0 decimal places. Okay, we'll apply the number format with 0 decimal places, discrete 0 decimal places, and center horizontally. Okay, center horizontally. So step number 12 is done. Now step number 13. Step number 13 is the gross revenue is calculated by type of customer. Column J is designed to display the gross revenue for corporate customers. In cell J5, enter a formula to calculate the gross cooperative revenue for the first workshop by multiplying the cost per attendee by the number of corporate attendees. Copy the formula to the range J6 up to J10. So basically in step number 13, we will enter the formula in J5 to calculate the gross cooperative revenue for the first workshop. And we will multiply the cost per attendee by the number of cooperative attendee. After this, we will also copy the formula to the range J6 up to J10. So first we will enter the cell in J5 and we will enter a formula and we will multiply the cost per attendee is equal to cost per attendee multiply by cooperative attendee. So where is cooperative attendee? This one. Okay, press enter. Okay, and copy the formula to the range J6 up to J10 and we will drag this up to J10. So step number 13 is also done. Now step number 14. Step number 14 is column K is designed to display the gross revenue for the education customers. In cell K5, enter a formula to calculate the gross education revenue by subtracting the education discount rate from 1, multiplying the result by the cost per attendee and multiplying by the number of education attendee. Copy the formula to the range K6 up to K10. So basically in step number 14, we will enter the formula in K5 to calculate the gross education revenue. Okay, So we will subtract the education discount rate from 1, okay, and then we will multiply the result by cost per attendee, and again we will apply the education attendee, okay. So we will enter the formula NK5 is equal to bracket subtracting the education discount rate from 1. So 1 minus discount rate, equation discount rate, this one, bracket close, then multiply by result by the, and then multiply the result by the cost per attendee. So cost per attendee, okay, multiply by F5 cost per attendee, again multiply by education attendees, okay, education attendees, okay, and then press enter. So again read this instruction. So basically step number 14, I have entered the formula to calculate the gross education revenue. So first I have subtract the education discount rate from 1, okay, and then I have multiplied the cost per attendee by, and then I have multiplied the result by the cost per attendee and education attendee, okay, and then I drag the answer, then we will drag the answer up to K10. So step number 14 is also done now. Step number 15. Step number 15 is, now that you calculated the gross revenue for the corporate and education customers, you can calculate the total gross revenue for each workshop. So step number 15, the main point is from here. In cell L5, enter a formula to calculate the total gross revenue by adding the cooperative gross revenue and the education gross revenue. Copy the formula to the range L6 up to L10. So basically step number 15, we will enter the formula to calculate the total gross revenue, and we will add the cooperative gross revenue with education gross revenue, okay. So is equal, we will put the formula in, enter the formula in L5 is equal to cooperative gross revenue, this one, plus education gross revenue, plus J5 plus K5, and press enter. So J5 is our cooperative gross revenue and K5 is our education gross revenue, and then press enter. And then we will drag this up to L10. Okay. So step number 15 is done. Now step number 16. Step number 16 is, the discount rate look better when display with percent symbols and centered because the rates are 2 digits. So format the range G5 up to G10 as percent style with 0 decimal places and center the data horizontally. So basically step number 16, first we will select the range G5 up to G10. So G5 up to G10, and then we will apply the percentage style, and with 0 decimal places. Okay, it's already 0 percentage styles, and then center the data. Okay, center the data. So step number 16 is also done. Now step number 17. Step number 17 is the monetary value in the cost per attendee corporate education and gross revenue column would look better with $sign and commas. Format the range F5 up to F10 J5 up to L10 with the counting number format with 0 decimal places. So basically in step number 17, we will select the range F5 up to F10, and second range is J5 up to J10. F5 up to F10, F5 up to F10, and next is J5 up to L10. So press Control J5 up to L10. Okay. So first I have selected the range F5 up to F10, and then I have pressed the control from a keyboard, and then I selected the second range. Which one range? J5 up to L10. Okay. So after selected this range, we will apply the counting number format with 0 decimal places. So we will apply the counting number format with 0 decimal places. Okay. Okay. So step number 17 is done. Now step number 18. Step number 18 is change the width of the column G, H, and I to 9. So in step number 18, first we will select the column G, H, and I. G, okay, G up to I, and we will give the column width 9. Right click, column width and 9, and okay. So next, change the width column JKL to 11. JKL, right click, column width, and we will do this 11 and just click that OK. So step number 18 is also done now. I have done almost 80% of this assignment, more than 80% of this assignment. So if you want to get complete assignment, I will do this just in 30 minutes and will give you A plus grade in this assignment. Even I will do your complete course like MATLAB Excel, Access, Word, PowerPoint, Power BI, and Outlook also. And I will help you in your other courses also, like all type of accounting and finance, mathematics, statistics, information technology, computer science, management, marketing, all type of writing work, MATLAB, Python, C++, Java, and other courses also. We are a complete team. That's why we are providing help related to all online courses, and we have a guaranteed that we will provide A plus grade in your all classes. Thank you for watching this complete video. Please subscribe this channel for upcoming assignments. Once again, thank you.